Hi friends, it's Sammy with Blue Feather Homestead. Welcome back to my kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a sourdough start. I know everything that's going on in this world today, there's a lot of crazy things going on. I feel like I should be doing like a pantry stock video, you know, or some kind of a survival video, what to put in your pantry for long-term storage, things like that. But honestly, this sourdough start, if you have bread and you have flour, then you can make a sourdough start. And you know, it might just help you out in a pinch or into the, you know, later on down the line. You can make crackers, you can make bread, you can make pancakes, things like that. So excuse my voice, I've been fighting this cold for like a week now. So anyway, just bear with me, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so this is day one of the sourdough start. I'm just going to use all-purpose flour today, and I'm going to use unbleached flour because, I mean, if you bought regular bleached flour, well, they've already killed the natural yeast in it. So we're going to use this, and then some filtered water, distilled water, a jar, and your measuring cup here. So all we're going to do is just put the flour into the jar. This is a 1/4 cup of all-purpose unbleached flour. I'll put that in there. And then we're going to put a 1/4 cup of the filtered water in here. It's just at room temperature. So there's that. And then just give it a good stir. And I like to give it a real good stir. I want that air in there. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, it's pretty runny right now. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to cover it with a coffee filter, and I'm going to get a rubber band and put that around there. You can put a regular lid on there if you want to, but just don't seal it all the way. Make sure that it's not sealed, that it can breathe. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap this around here. And now I'm going to wrap them in a towel, a couple of towels actually. I'm just going to wrap these in towels so that air is not directly hitting it. My countertops are so cold, and so I want to have like this underneath it too. I'm going to wrap it and then put this underneath it, and then I'll just set that in a dark corner in the kitchen and let it set for 24 to 48 hours, and then we'll come back and look at it tomorrow or the next day. Okay, so here we are in day number 2, and I'm going to take this off. It's been sitting for a little over 24 hours, but you can see there's like some liquid forming down at the bottom there. Let me take this off. Let's see if you can see inside. And there's a little bit of water on there. That's okay. That just means that it's ready to be fed. And so I'm just going to give this a mix in here before I add more flour. Now we're going to add another 1/4 cup of flour. Another 1/4 cup of filtered water. And just give that a mix. Okay, so all we have done is fed it for another day. I'm going to cover it back up with a coffee filter. And I'm going to do the same thing, cover it with a towel and put it in a dark corner of my kitchen and let it set for another, I'm going to check on it in about 12 hours. Okay, we're at day number 3. It's been 24 hours. And I think on my last clip I said I was going to check it in 12 hours. I meant 24. So we are on the next day. I'm going to take this off. And a lot of hooch on top, so it just looks like it hadn't had a lot of activity, but it looks hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a stir. Okay, there's a little bit of bubbles going on there. There's a little bit of action. So I'm going to, that might be because I'm stirring it, but so now I'm going to take out half of this. So I'm going to take out 1/4 of a cup here. I'm just going to take 1/4 of a cup out. This is day 3. We're just going to go ahead and toss this. It's really, you know, you don't want to make anything with that discard at this time. So that's what it looks like right now. We removed half of it. So now I'm going to go ahead and put 1/4 cup back in. And 1/4 cup more water. We're just going to give this a stir. Okay, so we're just going to cover this back up with the coffee filter, and we will cover it with a towel and do the same thing. We'll check it in about 24 hours. All right, now we are at day number 4, and I happened to take a peek at it earlier, and it was really looking good. Look at that. Don't know if you can hear it. So exciting. It's just absolutely beautiful so far. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some of this out, and you could probably make crackers or something with the discard, but let me go ahead and pull some of that out. This is my 1/4 cup measuring cup. Oh yeah, very active. Beautiful. So I'm just going to discard that and see. That's about half of it out. I think I'm going to pull just a little bit more than half. I'll pull just a little bit more out of there. Tomorrow will probably be ready to go. Maybe not for bread yet, but it will be, you know, ready for crackers and things like that. So, okay, well, so we have probably about 2 tablespoons left in there. I'm going to go ahead and add my 1/4 cup of flour right back in there, and my 1/4 cup of water. And I'm really surprised it's doing this good in this cold house. There we go. Let me grab a spoon. All right, let's give this a good stir. We want to get that air incorporated into there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this up with the coffee filter, and we'll let it set for another 24 hours. I'm going to cover it up again. No, I don't mark the sides or anything. We're not going to mark the sides or anything. Okay, we'll just set that off to the side. I wanted to show you real quick this sourdough that I have that a friend of mine gave me some of her start, and I fed this and then when it came to its peak I put it into the refrigerator. So this is more of a mature start, and I just kind of wanted to show you what it looked like. It's been sitting on the counter. Now I have quite a bit here because I'm going to bake probably a couple loaves of bread at a time, and it takes a cup each. So you see how beautiful that is. But like I said, this one's a little bit mature, more mature than, of course, the starter that I'm working on right now. But there is no shame in asking for a pinch of somebody's start, a friend's start, or you can order starts, you know, that are already established. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so here we are on day number 6, and actually we should have checked it yesterday on day number 5, but I tried to stay out of the kitchen as much as possible yesterday. So anyway, here is the start. It's probably about up to here. I took a peek at it, and it's active. It's got bubbles and things like that. Day number 6. So we're going to transfer it from this jar into a bigger jar. And you can use, we're going to take out a lot of this today and put just a couple of tablespoons into the bigger jar, but this will have a little bit of discard left, and you could use that discard for pancakes or, you know, crackers or something like that. It's just probably not mature enough yet for bread, But anyway, let's go ahead and get that going. Possibilities are just endless when it comes to sourdough on the different things that you can make. I've always been afraid of sourdough for some reason. I think that because when I did do a little bit of research on it, they said you have to have scales, you have to, you know, weigh out your flour, weigh out your water and all of this stuff, and it's very time consuming and things like that. Well, I learned how to do it this way, and now it's just like, if I would have known it was this simple, I would have been doing it a long time ago. But anyway, so let's take a look at, oh, it is just absolutely beautiful. Look at how pretty that is. So we're going to take most of this, well, we're only going to take just a little bit and put it into this jar, and we're going to leave most of it. So rather than take out half of this like we did in the past, we're just going to take a couple of tablespoons here and put it into this jar. Oh, this is just so pretty. My rooster is going crazy out there for some reason. I should probably go take a look. Maybe a tad bit more. So there's a couple of, a couple of tablespoons. And then now we're going to add half a cup of flour. Now, also, I have learned that if you don't have the regular all-purpose flour, the non-bleach, if you have like wheat flour or something like that, you can use it. They say that you can interchange, you know, your flours. I haven't done that, but I heard that it works. So I have about a half a cup of flour here. So you see how much is in the jar. There's not a whole lot. Okay, we're going to dump that in, get some water. All right, so now I'm going to put almost a half a cup of filtered water here, room temperature. You could even warm it up just a little bit if you want to kind of get it going. But the only thing is you don't want to get it too hot because it will kill your starter. All right, let's go ahead and give this a stir. And we're not going to cover this up with a towel this time. We're going to leave it on the counter where I can watch it. Because if this doubles in size within about 12 hours, then we are going to go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. Once it's risen, we're going to put it into the refrigerator. Not until then. It's a little bit thicker than pancake batter. And the consistency always changes, it seems like, when it sits for a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to toss that back in here. So you can mark where it's at with a marker, or if you don't have a marker, you know, you could always use a rubber band. I've been using a hair tie, but you can always just put that right here and, you know, put it to where the product stops right there. And then we're just going to cover this with a coffee filter, and we're going to set it on the counter. And like I said, if it doubles, which you'll be able to tell from your marking, and you'll be able to tell, you know, if it's higher, then it's good to go, and you can put it into your refrigerator. You won't be able to use it right off the bat for, you know, baking bread and things like that. You could bake bread, but it'd probably, you know, be flat because, you know, it's a very young starter. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cover this. And actually, I'm going to mark it. Just going to put a line right there. I'm going to cover it up, and I'm just going to set this off to the side in a dark spot on my counter, and I will watch it. So all of this is discard, okay? Maybe on the next video I will show you how to make some pancakes or some crackers or something like that, but that's all discard that you can use to make something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was somewhat helpful. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and come back and visit me soon. Bye-bye.